This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the fast and easy way to make a beautiful website. Welcome back to our humble abode. It's a beautiful, bright day in the loft. Hope you're all holding up. I know a lot of you are cooped up at home, trying to flatten the curve. And I'm thinking of you guys, and I want to make sure our normal videos are going on as scheduled. Obviously I'm not out and about vlogging like I usually would, but as I mentioned at the end of last week's New York City weekly vlog, which was a really fun, normal, chill vlog that I hope you caught up on, I had a loft improvement video planned anyway, so that is what today's gonna be. You guys know the drill. Things will unfold as they unfold, but I think one of the main things I want to do today is kind of make a start on, well, we actually kind of already did make a start on making some kitchen improvements. The kitchen is somewhere you guys don't get to see a lot of, and last night we may have done a thing. Ugly. Oh my god, this already looks so much better. I want to assure you that our landlords are completely okay with all of the changes that we made to the apartment. They've been in and out of our apartment. My landlord's words, and I quote, "Do whatever you want." We haven't done anything to the apartment that we haven't seen in the other apartments, so it's been quite well received, and I think they know that we're essentially just upping the value of the apartments for the people that are going to live here afterwards. This is my 6th rental apartment in my lifetime since leaving my parents' home, and I've never been able to do anything to any of those apartments, so it's always quite exciting to share kind of like my interiors passion with you guys and really be able to make this space my home. So yes, last night we took down the shelf that was here. Obviously there's 2 of them. Basically we took it down because I just wanted to see what was behind this, and if it was bad, if it was painted, if it needed like a lot of holes filling up, and I'm already like envisioning how much more open this entire space is going to be without these shelves. Some of you may be asking like, why? These are so nice. These are not cute, you guys. These are just very badly made, very unfunctional wastes of space. But as it is, you can only literally half fill it. And this is obviously supposed to be on some kind of like little hydraulic system, but they've never worked. So every time you need to get something out with the 2 hands, you have to like balance this 10-pound weight on your head. They came right off. There was only a couple of screws. So yeah, we're going to take down the other one. I'm not the biggest fan of this like fake birch plywood, but we're going to make it work. We're going to make it look a little bit more expensive. I think that's the goal here. So that's our main task for this video, but there's a bunch of other little things that I want to do that I know you little home lovers will enjoy. Goodbye! For a dull day, it's surprisingly bright, but hello from my rooftop. See Manhattan in the distance there. Why am I up here, you may ask? We've actually been really enjoying our little DIY day. It's really taking our minds off things. Tell me, if you're stuck at home, what are the ways you guys are keeping busy? A little windy up here, but I'm all set up to do a little bit of DIY on the rooftop. It's actually perfect for it. I've got all of the hardware. This came from the bathroom. We're going to repurpose it. Hardware is from the kitchen, like the kitchen cabinets. So I got this Rust-Oleum spray paint, but it's for metal. It says paint and primer. Yeah, I'm hoping it works, because some of these are really in like bad shape. They're kind of like starting to rust, and I don't know, they're just not looking the best. treated ourselves to a La Canteen sandwich. Carl's last days here, so supporting one of our favorite local. A lot of businesses are obviously shut in New York, but they're still encouraging like delivery and like pickup services, so picked ourselves up a little sandwich. So obviously just had our little lunch break. I've also just come down from collecting what I was spray painting from the roof, all of the kitchen hardware, and I'm really happy with how it all came out. So yeah, we're gonna go put up the shelf as well. Carl's like starting to work on that now, so hopefully we're gonna have a very different looking kitchen by the end of the day. Okay, so this was the old towel rack that we're going to be using. And these are the handles. They came out so well. Now the evening, moving on to another project. Up here, basically that little hole I think right there is just sort of a portal direct link into the other flat, and they're musicians. Nothing against musicians, but I do not want to be hearing that shit in my relaxing downtime. So we're going to do something about it. We are going to fill in the hole with some spray installation foam, which you can get at any hardware store. It's a very small area we'll be filling, but I think it will make all of the difference. Generally though, like the walls and everything are pretty quiet here. We can sometimes hear a dog upstairs running around, but I think that's pretty cute. Just always look out for when I'm apartment hunting, even if I can just like sit in the apartment for like 20 minutes and kind of just like get a sense of the sounds coming. It's always something to watch out for. Like, can you hear other people's TVs? Can you hear other people's conversations? You hear people like stamping on the floor above you, because I guarantee it's going to become very, very annoying. A brief interruption to thank today's sponsors, Squarespace. We have been raving about Squarespace for a long time, just because they're the easiest place to set up a website. I'm not joking when I say they cater to every type of website. It's a really good place to start if you want to make a blog or have it set up like us. We have an online portfolio of photography, and we also have it set up as an e-shop where you can actually buy prints from our website as well. So if you've been needing a website for any reason, you can check out my free trial at squarespace.com/Tarmer, see how you feel about it, and if you like it, you can use my code Tarmer at checkout for 10% off your future billing. Love saving a bit of dosh. Thank you all for listening. Let's continue with programming. Good afternoon to you all. I would pretend it was morning, but I slept in quite a bit. Just me in the flat. Carl's headed back to Ireland, so please have your fingers and toes crossed for us that he'll be back in the amount of time that we had estimated. His plans were only to go back for like a month, like I'd go over in a couple of weeks and have a little holiday myself, and we go do, you know, our interviews together for our visa. But number one, I've not even submitted my visa for first draft yet, and number two, with COVID-19 and all of the government shutdowns, it's looking like the consulate and all of the visa offices are not offering the premium processing for our visas that I was planning on paying for. Looks like premium processing is no longer an option, and we could be waiting up to 2 months, maybe more now with everything that's happening. But I'm keeping optimistic. You never know how the tides will turn with this kind of thing. If we're all just good and we stay indoors, hopefully we can contain this as much as possible, and that we can get back to as much of a normal life as possible. Anyway, I just thought I'd update you guys on that. It's gonna be weird. I lived in New York by myself in my own flat for 2.5 years before Cathal moved over, but I've gotten so used to him being around the last 2, I think we were trying to calculate it, it's definitely been almost 2.5 years he's been here, so it's gone very fast. Anyone remember the Vlogtober I did when he first moved here? If anyone's bored, like, go way back in my vlogs, there's so much content there. This is my first official day being at home, and I guess how things are gonna look for the next couple of weeks, but at least I'm an introvert and an only child, so I feel quite equipped for like the mental loneliness aspect of it, but it is still quite weird. He's been around for so long. So I embrace it as a challenge, and it's always, I feel like being on your own always stimulates such growth and creativity, so I'm looking on the bright side of it. Back to what this vlog is all about, the kitchen. I'm going to show you a quick look at the work we did the other day. Now what I'm about to show you is just the bare bones. I've not styled it yet. That is what I'm doing today. A bunch of products and things I ordered came, so it's going to look a lot nicer, but I kind of just wanted to show you it as is with all of the little DIY updates that we did, maybe show you some before and after clips. Not at all styled, but I'm delighted with how it looks, honestly. I think it's such an improvement already. I thought of a million different ways of how we could change this kitchen up, and honestly I had to just, you know, be a little bit realistic. I didn't want to be spending a whole lot of money. The bones of the kitchen weren't that bad. Like, this is not a kitchen that I would pick, but I wanted to make the most of what we had, but I didn't want to spend a crazy amount of money here, because at the end of the day it's a kitchen. It's not somewhere where we vlog a lot, you know, other than this space. This is a space I use a lot, but for here I just wanted to keep things cheap and cheerful. I think taking out those cabinets has just removed a lot of the heaviness from that area, and then just adding the little black details has just balanced the whole kitchen out. I feel like black just made the most sense with the countertops and the appliances kind of being that color. Didn't cost us a lot of money at all. We got the paint from our building. The shelf was super cheap. We just went to our local hardware store, and it was already painted white, but I just gave it one coat to match it up. L brackets were cheap. This rack we repurposed, and I absolutely love it. It looks exactly how I wanted it to look. I've always wanted like a little display area for my pots and pans. What else did we do? Oh yes, the handles. The handles came out so well. I'm gonna just replace them all together. The issue was I searched high and low on the internet for the right sort of spacing for replacements, and nothing. So my only option was to paint them. I am so impressed with how these came out. I used the Rust-Oleum spray on this old like towel rack that was in the bathroom that I'm so glad I made Cathal keep. Like, when I initially told him I wanted to put it up, he was just like, just throw it out, we'll buy a new one if we want a pan rack. And I'm like, no, repurpose, reuse, reduce, recycle. And I will leave a link for it in the description below, because I just think the result for how much it cost was so good. I only needed 1 can, and yeah, I went for the flat color because obviously I feel like matte is a bit more like contemporary than a glossy finish, and I was worried it would just like pick up grease marks or like just be a bit shoddy, but it really isn't. I did 3 or 4 light coats as the instructions said. Oh, while I'm over here, actually I also ordered some under sink storage. It's one of those things that is usually quite chaotic. Nothing on Erica. If you don't already follow Retro Flames channel, her and her mom are really into organizing. I think her mom is like a professional organizer. This is good for me, but this is nothing on Erica's video if you're into organization and just really just clean jars and everything looking amazing in the cabinets and everything like that. Go check out her video, I'll link it below. But I did get these kind of storage things. I wanted one here and one here, but I ended up just stacking them because there was no room. And yeah, I have all sort of the things that never really had a home. Rubbish bags, sponges, this vanish stick. which my mom sent me. It's a pure Irish mammy thing, but it gets rid of all the stains in my white clothes. Okay, I need to chat before the light's completely gone. I have plenty to be doing in the apartment today. Got all of these interior things that came. A lot of them are like kitchen related, so we're like one step closer. It's been ages since I've actually got any products for the flat, so I'm very excited to add some like new design elements, I guess. I reached out to 2 brands that I really wanted to work with. This is not sponsored, but they have kindly let me choose some products from their site, so I'm pumped. But anytime I've reached out to a brand first, trust me, I'm a fan. I got a lamp from a brand called Gantry. They make some really cool, like affordable contemporary lightings. They caught my eye. I'm really well padded, and of course we love a dust bag moment, but here is the lamp that I got. How stunning. I just thought it was like such a lovely sculptural piece of art. I always love things in my home. I guess because I'm just a bit of a minimalist when it comes to like my actual flat. I like to make as many things as possible count, and like collecting beautiful objects is just my Libra calling, and I love this. It's 3D printed. They do make it to order, so it takes about 3 weeks to come, I think, but the time flew. It was 175 and I would have spent the money on it genuinely. Next are some kitchen things from Our Place. Oh my god, I've been following this brand since November of last year. I reached out one more time before I went to actually buy the product myself, and they saw my message and they sent these out. Unfortunately, like one of their main products didn't come, but not to worry, I've got some gorge little ceramics. If Claire Marshall loves it, I know I'm gonna love it. I'm such a sucker for like a millennial marketed brand, but the nice thing about them, especially in New York, is that they just cut out the middleman and you end up getting products that are really high quality but so much cheaper. So they do this dinner for 4 set, which is actually what I ordered, and there's the pan there. I wanted it in the charcoal black, but they didn't have it in stock, so I got it in this like pinky salmon color. And yeah, for like 250 bucks, 4 plates, 4 bowls, 4 gorge tumblers. I got these like very aesthetic little rimmed glasses. Got these lovely little speckled plates as well, with a little sort of kind of peachy terracotta rim on them, and it was like this color, and I was really looking forward to hanging it up on the wall, but it's fine, I'll show you it when it comes. Plenty of time to make sure my description box links are all in check, including like stuff that I'm wearing and everything that you've seen in this vlog. Contact paper is basically like a sticky, removable, like renter friendly paper. Well, I'm hoping that anyway. But I would really like to attack that black side of the fridge. I feel like it's upsetting the feng shui of the white. I really hate looking like one of those people who's obsessed with white. I swear I'm not. I just like doing what works best for the space, okay? Time to get around to all of the tweaks and styling that I wanted to do today. I've got fresh bed sheets that I want to put on. Air out my curtain that came. I got another panel for this little area here, so I've been trying to just let the wrinkles fall out of that. I think it's going to be very satisfying and relaxing, so let's do it. Oh my god, I just popped the light up here to have a look. Look how it is catching the light, and I'm obsessed with the little switch. It's like a dimmer. Ooh, satisfying, satisfying.
Should be feeling
already had a chat earlier about how I feel about making changes to this space and why and all of that and the reasoning behind it. Seeing that really hit home that this is something that I love to do, and it's just so satisfying having a very clear image in your head of what you want and then realizing it in your space. So if whatever I said wasn't enough reasoning, hopefully I think some people will never understand the reasoning behind kind of, you know, making all these changes and spending money and but for me it's for the passion of it. Honestly, it's so satisfying to see the place that I live every day transform. Needless to say, with all of this time inside, I'll be spending more time maybe doing a bit of shopping for the apartment. I definitely want to figure out the print situation next. I guess it's the little details like that I really would love to kind of cover. Also just wanted to mention that I am making a special effort to basically spend all of the time that I would be vlogging outside on Instagram stories. I have a whole schedule for like the next month of topics that I'll be talking about every single day. So if you want to be entertained, you want to keep busy with some extra chatty content and like nice photos, hit my Instagram up because that's sort of where it's at. Well, we made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all taking care. The bonus of spending time alone is that I get extra creative